when you're doing your work, don't necessarily think that you have to do it all, because you can't. You don't have to do it all because you can't anyway. Other people will be doing their bit, and it's really a lot more beneficial for all concerned if the bit that you do is the bit that you do well, or the bit that you really want to learn how to do well, that your enthusiasm gives you a clue is a good thing for you to do. So when we're doing jobs that we really don't like, we really don't want to do them, we're not very good, we don't enjoy it, and so on, something's a little bit wrong there. We ought to not have too much of that going on in our lives. It does seem inevitable that we're going to have some of the time where you need to do something you don't want to do. Yeah, okay. But not too much, not all of the time. Because the community is based on the idea that somebody else will want to do the very thing that you don't want to do. So Jones focuses on that, and it's not a particularly profound esoteric mystery. But it does make the point, which I think is very valid, that there is this thing called synergy. Synergy is where you get more output than the collective input, really, because of a principle of resonance and harmony. And if we don't find synergistic gains in what we're doing, then we're just not really doing it right, and we're losing out on the potential that we could gain. So a warning, therefore, not to take on too much of your own on your own head when somebody else might be able to share it with you. Now the thing is that when we actually operate from a position of synergy, then superabundance develops. Great abundance can be found from this source of additional energy. And Rudyard focuses on that. What happens when we are in a position of superabundance? Now, on the level of food, something in the region of 40% of food is just thrown away in certain countries, I think America and Britain, for example, because so much is produced that it can be wasted, and nobody goes hungry in those countries very much anyway. So there's no evidence that it matters. Whereas, of course, in other parts of the world, there are hungry people. And we see what happens when a community gets caught up in the idea of there being always enough, in fact, always too much. This leads to waste.